High School Musical, the series, Season 2 is here, and I am so excited. I absolutely loved Season 1, but because of the pandemic, the Season 2 was delayed so many times, and at this point, Season 1 came out over a year and a half ago at this point, but finally, we have Season 2, and this premiere was so great. It set up so much in this season. It gets me so excited. I'm just so excited. I just loved it so much. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below. Spoiler warning, of course, if you haven't seen the episode yet, because we're breaking this thing down in depth. So, let's get into this. So, we start off the episode with a musical number, of course, because how else could we start off this season? Because Carlos introduces it as East High has a new Instagram page for their drama club. So they're performing their first video for their Instagram page, and it's Christmas time. It's a Christmas song, which this whole episode just made me wish that it was Christmas, because I love Christmas, and then you got all the Christmas stuff in this episode, and I was like, oh, that's so good. Plus, the song was amazing, too. This is, I think, the song that they use in the trailers. Really good song, by the way, so I did really like that. And during the song, we do find out also that the theater is actually being restored over Christmas break, so that's good to hear, because as we saw last season, it was kind of burnt down. But then, of course, by the end of the musical number, Miss Jen's like, oh, I forgot to record. Classic Miss Jen. So yeah, again, just a great way to open the season with just that great musical number, introducing the fact that it's set during Christmas. So excited. But then the drama begins. There's so much drama in this episode, and it just started. All of a sudden, Ricky's dad reveals, we're moving to a smaller apartment. And I was like, Ricky's parents are terrible. I mean, last season, we felt bad for his dad, and we're like, all right, his mother is terrible. But now his dad is like, whoa, it's Christmas time. You're just gonna drop this on him? But I don't know. I guess the Ricky parent drama will continue in Season 2. But then we get into more of the Christmas elements here, because Nene and Ricky, they exchanged gifts, and Nene got Ricky a skateboard, which was pretty cool, and then he shares a memory of how that was the first Christmas gift he remembers opening. And then the gift that he got her was actually, he wrote her a song, which, again, was another beautiful song, another Christmas song. I think this was actually part of the High School Musical, the series holiday special that we got on Disney Plus back in December. So, again, great song. But then Miss Jen and Carlos, they go looking for some sales and bargains on some costumes that they could maybe use for the spring musical. And while they're there in this costume shop or whatever it is, they run into Derek Huff, who he's probably best known for Dancing with the Stars. His character's name is actually Zachy Roy, who is apparently Jen's ex. So they dated in high school. She was the one that got him into musical theater, and then he ended up going to the musical theater college and getting the scholarship and everything, and then she just got like the state college. So she definitely holds a grudge here, and turns out now he's come back to strikes more, because now he is putting on the musical for North High, which of course is the arch enemy of East High. And they're doing The Little Mermaid. And this completely changes Miss Jen's plans, because her original plans was, our High School Musical was so successful, we're going to do High School Musical 2. But then plans change, and we see that revealed later on in the episode. But after this, Ricky is actually practicing his High School Musical 2 audition and singing, I think it's Bring It On. It's been so long since I've seen the High School Musical movies. I should really rewatch those. But it was great, but it was also kind of pointless, because as we know, they're not actually doing High School Musical 2, but everybody just kind of assumed they were. I mean, it is common sense. So that was cool, him rehearsing that with Big Red. And then we get to Ashland's New Year's Eve party, where Carlos and Seb, they show up, and we get introduced to it, just briefly, very subtly, a new storyline with Carlos and Seb, where Seb says that Carlos comes from money, so he literally got Seb cashmere for Christmas, which is like, whoa, that's expensive. And then Seb just drew a selfie of them together, which is very nice. That's very sweet, but cashmere. Whoa, that's expensive. So I'm interested to see where that storyline goes. Another storyline we're introduced to here is with EJ, who is now growing a beard. He was looking a little strange, and apparently he's a senior, and he keeps saying, like, I feel like everything I do is going to be like the last time I do it with you guys. And yeah, this is interesting because if he's a senior, this means this is going to be his last musical with Beauty and the Beast. So I wonder if maybe that means he's not going to be in next season, or maybe we're going to, I don't know, maybe I really have no idea what's going to go on there, but he's a senior. He's leaving high school very soon. But then Big Red's having his own problems because it's New Year's Eve. He wants to go to this party to spend more time with Ashland because their relationship is like, it's not going bad, but they don't really know where it's at this point. So Big Red is stuck working at his family business, delivering pizza and all that stuff. So he gets Ashland to actually order pizza. So then he shows up to the party with like 6 different boxes of pizza. So that's definitely a good way to show up to a party. But then it strikes midnight. We've had all our fun. Everybody was playing games, singing songs and all that stuff, practicing for High School Musical 2. And then at midnight, Big Red and Ashland, they do kiss. And it was very brief because they got that nice happy ending for the episode. Their relationship is saved for now. But then all of a sudden they're interrupted by Miss Jen, who bursts in and announces, no, we're not doing High School Musical 2. We're actually doing Beauty and the Beast. And that is clearly because Zachy said that they were doing The Little Mermaid. So she was like, oh, I got to do some other Disney thing as well. So they're doing Beauty and the Beast because she wants to win the Alan Menken Award, which is basically like kind of like an Oscar, but for, high school musicals, I guess you could say. So she's obsessed with that. And then the big bombshell cliffhanger that is revealed at the end of this episode is Nene just all of a sudden reveals, I'm going to Denver, because she, of course, was accepted into that Actors Conservatory Institute or whatever it's called. So she's leaving, and she didn't tell Ricky at all, which is kind of crazy because she was accepted, like, I don't even know I don't know when the High School Musical took place. I feel like maybe it was a fall musical, so maybe around November time. So it's been at least a month, and she hasn't mentioned anything about it to him. So she just drops this, and that's the end of the episode. So that was pretty crazy. We know things are going to get even crazier because based off the trailers, we know that Nene actually is going to go. So then they're doing this Beauty and the Beast musical without her. And then also based off the trailer, Gina is actually going to be Belle. So then we can also assume that Ricky will be the Beast. So yeah, things are going to get dramatic because then I feel like, long distance doesn't usually work out, especially when there's this much drama involved. So Nene and Ricky are probably going to break up again. Ricky's going to need someone to talk to. He's going to be all alone. He's going to be having these scenes with Gina, and then all of a sudden they're going to rekindle their sparks. And things are going to get dramatic, even more than they already are. But I'm so excited. Again, this was a great premiere, great start to the season. I'll probably be doing weekly episode reviews and breakdowns just because I love this show so much. So stay tuned for that. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below and your theories for the future of Season 2. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the movie life.